My name is Pam Sklar, and I teach at the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University. My background and experience is in human resources management. One of the best experiences that I've had and the most interesting and challenging is dealing with labor relations. So today we're going to talk about a union organizing campaign. You are a manager of a very successful organization, and suddenly, out of the clear blue, you've been notified that there will be a union organizing campaign. You cannot understand why. Your employees have great benefits, they're well paid, you have an open door policy so that they can get all of their issues resolved in a timely manner, and they seem relatively happy. Why in the world would they want to have union dues taken out of their paychecks on a regular basis? People want unions for some very different reasons. Yes, there's the normal reason that they want an advocate for better pay and better benefits. But people also want unions for affiliation purposes, for social interaction, and more importantly, for power. There's power in numbers, and that is what this is all about. The National Labor Relations Act provides employees the right to organize and eventually collectively bargain if a union is certified through the voting process. So this union campaign is going to happen. What can you do? I want you to remember two acronyms. One is TIPS and one is FORE, F-O-R-E. Let's deal with TIPS first because that's what you absolutely cannot do during an organizing campaign. The T in TIPS stands for threaten. You cannot threaten an employee in any way during this campaign. The I stands for interrogate. Very important not to even ask an employee how they might vote when the election takes place. The P in TIPS stands for promise. This one is really critical. You cannot tell an employee that you will fire them if they vote for a union, and conversely, you can never tell them that you will promise them more pay and more benefits if they don't vote for a union. Either one of those could result in what's called an unfair labor practice. Unfair labor practices can result in very heavy fines and sanctions for an organization, and you do not want to put your company in that situation. The S in TIPS stands for surveillance. Make sure that you don't survey or watch any type of union meetings that are going on during this campaign. Okay, now let's deal with what you can do during a campaign, and that's the acronym FORE, F-O-R-E. So the F stands for facts. You can always talk to employees about what you know to be true, what is factual. You can give your opinion, which is the O in FORE. You can always dissuade employees. You can tell them that you don't feel that they need a union organizing campaign because of all of the positive things that your company is doing and that you will do in the future. That's your opinion. The R stands for rules. You can always state the rules and any policies that you have that might change if there were to be a certified union. And the E stands for experience. Certainly talk about your experience that you've had with other unions, other situations where there've been an organizing campaign, whether they've won the vote or not, and provide information about what you saw happening. So there's a lot that you can do during this campaign. And I want you to remember that it's not all about what you can't do. You just have to be cognizant of what might result in an unfair labor practice and use common sense, obviously. So now the campaign is over, the election is set, a vote is taken, and the union wins. They are now a certified union. So now what? Yes, there will be a power shift. There will be the necessity to collectively bargain salary, benefits, anything to do with compensation and possibly working conditions. You will not be able to overwhelmingly make decisions about things that you've always taken for granted. So yes, there is a power shift, but you can use this as an opportunity and a challenge. It does not have to be adversarial. It's important to remember that a good rapport with the union and the acceptance that you will be working collaboratively is probably the best way to handle the situation. There's a concept called interest-based bargaining that we will talk about in the next session that is about how to work together for the success of your organization that will ultimately affect the success of employees and the bottom line. Thank you very much.